There are some days I awake a mere few hours before sunset, and despite the few rays of daylight snaking their way into my room around my blind and the plentiful light available in the wiring behind my switch, I cannot find any light. It's all darkness and my mind is grey. Not quite pitch black, but a flat image with the contrast pulled right down grey. And in this grey, I cannot find the urgency to attend the class I know that I should, and I know that I want to, especially seeing as I've already missed one today. I cannot find the shade of motivation to paint a productivity that will allow me to do the dishes that have been sitting in the sink for 3 days straight. Barely the motivation to eat off the few dishes that are still clean, and my hair's a mess, and there's 2-day-old mascara clinging to my eyelashes, but I barely notice because my mind is grey, and so my sight and thinking is too. Everything is that flat grey. But on some days, I'll wake at a reasonable hour, perhaps to the sound of a favourite song, still yet to be ruined by the repeating nature of an alarm, and on some days to no sound at all. That's when I know those are the good days. When I wake and my mind is not grey, but bright, sparkling colours, shades of oranges and yellows, connotations of happiness of course, but also some purple because that's my favourite. And on the purple mind days, I have all the urgency in the world to learn and explore, plentiful productivity to keep the dishes to at least a minimum and to eat 3 meals a day, to do my makeup in the way that makes me confident and smiley, bringing excitement to socialise and to see 4 walls that aren't my room. That's when my mind is bright colours, but on most days my mind is neither. Not a shade of grey, nor bright colours either. It's a mixture, best metaphored by the palette of paint in primary school, the one we'd mix all the colours on, not to make green or another usual colour, but when you'd pour all the colours into one big pile, all of your favourites mixed together with one big paintbrush, that rush of excitement as you think you'll uncover a new beautiful shade, a new perfect colour, only to see a sort of off brown green, most accurately titled The Disappointment. It's not a beautiful colour never seen before. It's one that's muddy earth that you tread on the walk to school. It's not a shade for a princess nor a prince, but for the stable boy. And yet, you know that in that mixture of paint, all your favourite colours reside. The yellows in there, and purples in there, and pinks and blues and indigos and whites. Just when they're all mixed together, they're harder to find beauty in, and that's my mind on most days. A bit of a mess. But sometimes as you pull back the paintbrush, as you force yourself out of bed, you find that streak of purple that hasn't quite mixed itself in. Equally, you find the darkest black the Schwarz or Schwarz, I've forgotten my German, of the void. It's in that mixture too. So that's why some days my mind is the greyest grey, overwhelming fog over the moors, but some days it's a firework display of cotton candy colours, smiley faces, and most days it's the disappointment. A confusing mix resulting in an off-bound green. But brown and green aren't so bad. I guess it's up to me to make a beautiful painting with a questionable colour. Maybe it might look like a bit of a mess, but I'm sure I'll find that shade of purple hidden to clean it up. Metaphors are hard.